Hi loves, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a fall favorites video. These are things, products, pieces that I've been wearing and using quite often throughout fall and things that I just can't seem to get enough of. So let's dive right into it because I have a ton of stuff to go over with you guys. Alright, so we are going to start off with beauty, specifically makeup. This guy, it's a Korean brand called Mamonde. I actually found this guy when I was shopping at the Korean market. Every Sunday, Alan and I go grocery shopping. We've been going to the Korean store just because they have the best of both worlds, which is the American food that we need and also the Asian food that we need. And the great thing about this market is that they have a separate section with a beauty section, and I found this guy and it's changed my life. It's hair shadow. And you guys know I've talked about this before. I have kind of a receding hairline. It's not bad. I mean, I guess I embraced it. For some reason in photos, it looks so much more receding than it actually is. So I am able to fill in kind of the spots. I'm still recovering from some hair loss of the hair that I lost during my pregnancy. So I covered that area in as well, and it just creates more like a full look. This is a shadow, and on the bottom is a little applicator. Maybe it's called pang pang because it's like pang pang. And then you just apply it to wherever you need some more depth to your hairline. Alright, next is this Iope eyebrow pencil. This is another find that I found at the Korean grocery store. I think I talked to you guys in the past about my Shuomera eyebrow pencil that I've been completely obsessed with. Unfortunately, it's been really hard to locate that pencil here in the States, but I found this guy, which is just as good, and it is a Korean brand, and I use it in #1 khaki gray, and I'm currently wearing it right now. It's just like the perfect color. It's not too dark, not too light. It's just like in between. I also love the application of it because it doesn't come off too dark, so I'm able to go in and like define the brow a bit without darkening the brow, making it look like I have really penciled in eyebrows, because that's, for me, I don't want that look. And on the flip side, it has a little brush. Alright, next up is my concealer from Mercier. It's the Secret Concealer in #2 shade. You guys know that I've been using the NARS concealer for a very long time. I think I featured in my past favorites video and also in the blog multiple times, but I finally ran out. I saw a lot of different YouTubers using this one and I thought I'd give it a test. I absolutely love it. It might be a tad bit better than the NARS one that I used previously just because it's a lot thicker. Like sometimes I don't even use any other face makeup but this guy. You could either use it as like a spot concealer or I use it for my under eyes or foundation just because it's so good and rich and creamy. And it's fall, guys, and my skin is slightly changing. It's not as dewy and moisturized as it used to be because the temperature just has dropped a bit. We're actually in the process of moving out of the office because there's so much noise in the office. If you guys hear any beeping, just try to ignore it. So Cover FX is a product that I've seen a lot of YouTubers and Instagrammers use. I've been curious about it, but a little hesitant to use it because it just looked so pigmented and so metallic-y. It's not like an everyday thing for me, but whenever I shoot, whenever I'm going out, I always use this guy. I bring it to Fashion Week. I pretty much bring it everywhere. It is really metallic-y when you first apply it, but then you have to take extra time to really blend it into your skin. There is no other highlighter that can give you that highlight that this one does. It really gives you the pop and the highlight, and the camera really captures it, especially when the light hits. It almost looks Photoshop because it's so highlighted. I think I uploaded a photo on Instagram and someone asked me like what I did to like get that glow. It almost looks like I whitened my face to make it pop, but I didn't. It's just from Cover FX. Alright, my go-to lip color has been this guy. A lot of you guys have been asking what lip color I've been wearing. It's been this one from Dior Rouge, color 999. It's matte metal. So in the middle, the lipstick has a little white circle. It is a lip balm. So this is a matte color. The issue that I've had with matte is that my lips are so dry that every time I wear matte, you can see every crease and crack, and it was just not an attractive look. But because it has the conditioning inside, it actually conditions it while it applies on matte, and it dries matte, but your lips still feel really conditioned and soft. I am obsessed with this guy. Love this color. It's kind of a in between a rose red that I would usually wear maybe during the spring to more of like a pinky tone. So yeah, it's like the perfect everyday color. All right, moving on to skincare, which is my absolute favorite, as you guys know. And I'm gonna start off with Honest products because I literally have like 1, 2, 3, 4 Honest products. I'm not sponsored by them, but I've just been really impressed with the collection, the line. I was a little hesitant with Honest Beauty just because, not makeup wise, but skincare wise, just because I associate them so much with baby product. I mean, I love their baby products. All of Chloe's room is Honest products. So when they launched skincare, I wasn't quite sure of how effective it would be or if it would be for me, but I finally tested it out. I had an amazing lunch with Jessica. She talked me through the collection and through some of the products. It was really quite impressive, and it's been about a full month and a half since I've been using these products. The first 2 products, it's from the Younger and Clearer line. This is a product that's really interesting, and it's for the girl who is still too young for wrinkles, but they're too old for acne and breakout. Like, I am that exact girl. This is the clarifying toner. So I applied this toner with a cotton swab, and I just put it over my face after I wash my face and before I put on my moisturizer. This really cleans and clears up the pores, but it's also anti-aging, and this one is a miracle. This is the Spot On Remedy. I always get like that one little breakout. I don't really full on breakout anymore, but I'll get like one pimple right over here. I always carry this around with me in my purse, and I'll apply it on, and within hours, the redness will calm down, and within 24 hours, it'll be gone. This has really been a lifesaver for me. And my favorite moisturizer currently is the Younger Face Deep Hydration Cream. It's really hydrating and rich, but again, it's not so rich that it'll clog up your pores. I just love the texture and how it applies onto my skin. Next product is the Clé de Peau Serum. It's called the serum because it is literally the best serum. I feature this many times in my stories. This is my second bottle. It really just goes on so smooth and so silky. It really hydrates your skin. It leaves it glowing. I've been using this along with the Honest products. I feel like this really brings in the moisture, and that kind of controls the moisture. Yeah, it's just been like a really great balance of both. So I highly recommend this guy. I absolutely love it. Moving on to fragrance. When I find a fragrance that I love, I just kind of stick to it because I'm quite picky about my fragrances. I don't like anything that's too overpowering, and I found 2 amazing ones, and they're not the traditional fragrances because it's not a spray. This one is an oil roll-on. It's by Anine Bing, but she just came out with a perfume, and it is literally heaven on earth. It's called Savage Rose, and if I could describe me in a fragrance, it would be this guy. It's so feminine, but also so strong at the same time, but not strong in an overpowering way. And I love that it's an oil because it just goes on a lot more smooth, and it feels nice on the skin. And you could just roll it onto your neck. I love it. It's so beautiful, and it's made in France. This one you guys have seen me feature on multiple times. It is the Byredo Gypsy Water. It's a kabuki perfume, so it's in powder form. So it looks like this, and all you do is pump it out. This one is not as feminine, but it has like this really cool undertone. It almost smells like what the cool girls would wear, but still kind of feminine, if that makes sense. There's nothing worse than traveling with a large fragrance bottle. So I love that it's compact. I love that it's in powder form. It's just unique. It feels nice when you apply it on. Yeah. All right, moving on to lifestyle products. I'm gonna start off with my Leica. I'm just so in love with this camera. I realize that I use this a lot more when I'm traveling. It's like the perfect travel size camera. This is the case, which is so cute. And this is the camera. It's actually a point and shoot, and that is why I bought it. I'm just gonna tell you the honest truth. I bought it for Alan to help me shoot while we're traveling. Maybe I am bringing him onto a work trip, but I can't bring another photographer with me. I still need content, right? So I'm like, I am going to find a really great point and shoot. So I did so much research. I researched like every photography blog, and this is the camera that a lot of people actually recommended. It's such good quality, it's so easy to use, it's my baby, and it also helps that it's super chic too. All right, next one is a magazine that I just discovered at a bookstore. It is called Flow. It's probably the most beautiful magazine and most inspiring magazine that I've ever seen. I guess their motto is celebrating creativity, imperfection, and life's little pleasure. It's kind of a little bit about everything. They talk about people's stories, and they have really beautiful pages of just like art and quotes. They even have like little booklets of, I don't even know what this is. It's so cute. For me, I look at this as more of a coffee table book because it's so beautiful. I mean, look at these pages. I actually found a lot of inspiration from my past content from this magazine. Oh, it's actually $23.99. It's expensive. I actually think it's worth it because it just brought me a lot of inspiration, and you can never pay enough money to have endless amount of inspiration. This one is a book that I've been reading. I'm not done with it yet, but it's a self-help book. I'm kind of a self-help geek, by the way. The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. This was actually recommended to me from another couple that I actually really look up to, and they said that this book really changed the dynamic of their marriage. And not that they had problems with their marriage, but it enhanced their love life. And I think a lot of people think after you get married, it's like happily ever after and the story ends from there. But no, it just begins from there. This book has really opened my eyes to marriage and how I should treat it and how I could better it. All right, so a really good dietitian friend of mine came to my place to hang out, and she happened to have this guy in her purse, and she gave it to me as a present because I told her how I always get sick when I'm traveling. Like, a lot of people take vitamin C to prevent themselves from getting sick, but this one, it has like 10 times more than what you could get from like your typical vitamin C. It is Electrolyte Synergy, and you just put 2 teaspoons into your water. It tastes delightful. I actually hate drinking water, and this gives it a nice little flavor to it. So I drink this at least 2 times a day, once in the morning and once at night, and I haven't been sick this whole month, which is a good thing. Let's knock on wood that I don't get sick, but this has been really helpful for all my travels. All right, next is podcasts. I preach about podcasts so much. I think mainly it's because I have the craziest, longest commute ever to the office. And also it just brings me a lot of inspiration and motivation and ideas. So I do have an 1.5-hour commute every single day, back and forth, probably anywhere from 2 to 3 hours a day, depending on how bad traffic is here in LA. I'm gonna share with you guys a few that I'm really into right now. You might have heard this, but this is my absolute favorite one. It's How I Built This. It's just stories on people that have built companies and empires and how they actually really started before they are who they are. And it's just so inspiring to hear everyone's story because they're all different. There are days when I just feel just exhausted and tired, but every time I hear these stories, it just motivates me, it uplifts me, it gives me ideas to implement into my own business, strategies, and just helps me think outside of the box. Another kind of geeky one that I've been listening to, and you guys cannot judge me, is called 365 Organized. And this one, I am totally aware it's not for everyone. I am not an organized person. Like, I am naturally more creative. It's a whole podcast just dedicated on how to organize your life. Everything from, you know, how your calendar should look like, how your morning routine should be, how you should actually clean the house, all about laundry. That was a great one for me because I hate doing laundry. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, yeah, it's a dream of mine to just become perfectly organized. All right, save the best for last, which is fashion. Okay, I'm gonna go right into it. I actually don't have that much because I feel like for fashion, I pretty much repeat the same things over and over again if I love them. Okay, and these pants are one of them. You guys have seen me wear these all throughout the month, all throughout Fashion Week, on the channel, and it's from H&M. It was probably my best buy. And I think this was almost like $40 or less. And for me, vinyl, it's a very trendy material, but sometimes when it's done, it looks really, really cheap. But I think this vinyl looks quite expensive, and when you actually wear it, it feels nice. The only thing I have to say is that in certain positions, it makes like weird and strange noises, especially when you start like rubbing your legs together. That's my only disclaimer when wearing vinyl pants, but these are probably my most worn pants this past month. Next are my beloved Balenciaga boots that I actually got last season, but these are probably my most worn boots this season for the fall. It's the sock boot trend, which I've been obsessed with. It's super stretchy, easy to wear, it matches everything, but I understand the price points on these are quite high. But for me, it was worth it because the number of times that I've worn this guy, so many times, all last season and all this month, and then I'm sure I'll continue to wear it throughout the winter time. But I've also been wearing these guys as well. These are from Bianco. They look quite similar, I would say. It is much more affordable than the Balenciagas. I still love my Balenciagas, I'm not gonna lie. Bianco has an awesome pair as well. It also comes in black. So I'm gonna leave the link down below if you guys are interested in both, either or. But these guys are also quite comfortable as well. Okay, with my sunglasses this season, I have to say I kept it so minimal. All throughout this season, this past month, I've just been sticking to these, which are my classic cat eye frames. I don't know, I just love these cat eyes. They're from One State. I'm surprised that I still have these guys and I haven't broken them with the amount of times that I've worn them. These have been great. They kind of glam up any outfit as well. All right, handbags, my purses. This guy, you have seen this baby many times. It's by Carolina Santo Domingo, a new designer. And I absolutely love the shape. I love that this is a magnet, so you don't have to worry about fastening it up or clasping it together. It also comes with a little strap so you can wear it as a satchel. And it's funny because over the summer when we went to Hawaii, I think it was, I posted an Insta story of Chloe just being obsessed with this bag for some reason, and she was carrying it around all throughout the day. So they sent over a little tiny one. I have two of these because I just love it and have worn it so much. All right, moving on to jewelry. These guys, I'm sure you guys have seen them. They were my most worn earrings throughout the summer and also currently in fall. I'm still wearing them. I think they're so unique. I love that these earrings are art in jewelry form. Everywhere I wore these, I got so many compliments. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the link down below for something similar to these because I think the original one sold out. Most worn earrings for the past 2 seasons. All right, so this one is another necklace that I've been wearing a lot lately. It is a Chinese designer. Her name is Yan Sun. She sent this over and it says May in Chinese, which means beautiful. It's a piece that I really love because one, Chloe is part Chinese and I'm hoping that I can pass this down to her one day. I think that'll be really just meaningful because it's her heritage, and also it says beautiful, and it's a good, nice reminder. All right, last but not least, it's this sweater. I've worn this so many times this past month. It's from a brand that I really love called Cinq-a-Sept, and we all have cardigans, so it's just a nice kind of updated, trendy way to wear a cardigan. What I love about this sweater is that you could wear it multiple ways. Obviously, like this, off the shoulder with the cute little bows tied, or you could completely tuck it in, untie it, and you could wear it as a traditional cardigan. I mean, I think it's meant to be worn with the straps, but I am always looking for ways, different ways to wear things. I love the oversized buttons. I love the blush color. It really goes nicely with all the browns and the taupes that I've been wearing. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of Favorites. Let me know in the comment box below if you guys have any questions of the products that I mentioned. I know a lot of you guys might be interested in trying out something or purchasing something but not sure about sizing, or maybe, I don't know, for your skin tone. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'll do my best in answering all of them as much as possible. As usual, please subscribe. I would really appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. And I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.